So, how much are you willing to put in for your writing? Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Ian Chaffin, author of Loading Life, a video game novel, The Parents and Guardians Guide to Anime, Manga, and Cosplay, and the newest, Pride, Book 1 of the Nectare series. Sorry, I'm just really excited. Yay! And today we're going to go over writing as a hobby versus a career. Funny enough, I have not seen this on AuthorTube at all. Maybe I'm missing a video because a lot of people make a lot of videos, right? But yeah, I have not seen it. So I'm gonna make my own video. Woohoo! And hey, if there is a video and you know about this topic, please let me know in the comments. I would so love to check it out because I love hearing everyone else's opinion about stuff, especially when it comes to writing and anime, cosplay, a lot of other stuff too. But that's not the point. That's not the point. The point today is determining whether you should have writing as a hobby or a career, and also the differences between the two. And you know, this video isn't to be like, you're not good enough, go away. Because, well, for one, I don't even know what your writing looks like. I may not have read it before. And for two, even if people consider your writing a piece of crap or anything like that, you could always go back and improve. Everyone can improve everything, anything, right? That's a teacher thing. Yeah. I will tell you right now, if someone's like, you will never get better at anything, they be lying. Do not trust a person who lies, okay? Or at least not lies like that. How dare they? How dare they be mean to you, you know? Well, anyways, that is a rant all to itself. I'll probably do that in another video. Oh man, you get me on teaching. Whoo! You get me on people being mean. But anyways, today we're gonna go over, you know, the writing career hobby thing. And to help me is my handy dandy note card. I'm not like some other people who can memorize a script and go boom. I can be like, I have it on a card. So to really determine for yourself whether you should have writing as a career or hobby, you should know the differences between the two. And, you know, I've really looked into it, especially in my own personal life, and I've come up with 5 main differences between hobby and career. And this goes for anything, not just writing. You know, it goes for being a baseball player. It goes for cosplay, which is my thing, of course. It goes for, you know, drawing. It goes for anything, really. Anything that could be a hobby or a career, it goes for those things, right? So even if you're not a writer and you're watching this, it could come in handy anyways, so hey. So the first main difference is money, or how much money you're gonna put into writing. I can tell you from experience, when something is a hobby, I may not put in as much money as I would if it's a career. For example, cosplay. As you can tell, I'm a big nerd, you know, stuff like that. I have a lot more anime stuff, it's just not up. That's a totally different story. But when it comes to cosplay, you know, I've had those outfits where I'm like, oh man, I want to put so much effort, so much, you know, I want to make this beautiful, and I'm going to get all the fancy material and all that. And of course the fancy material is like $30 a yard. I'm like, oh, well, let's just put broadcloth on there. It'll look pretty, you know, we can, you know, put some paint on it, make it look good and all that, you know, because cosplay is a hobby for me. It's a hobby I love so much, but it's still a hobby. You know, I can use that money for other things, you know, like paying off my debt. Again, another video. Or, you know, something else that, like, hey, maybe I need to get my dog groomed and I need to get this cosplay done. Which one do you think I'm gonna do? You know, get my dog groomed. Why? Because she loves the sun, but she gets so much hair and all that, so, you know, yeah. However, when you go into a career, you have to have a plan to make money. You know, you have to spend money to make money. That's what my dad's always said. And he should know because he's an entrepreneur. He's a cobbler, he's a horse trainer, he's all of these cool things. But the point is, you have to determine how much money you're going to put into your book in hopes of a return. For example, how much are you going to put into getting it a nice cover? How much are you going to put in to get it edited where there's no mistakes? How much are you going to put in to market it? A lot of people who start a career in writing only go, hey, I'm gonna put this on Amazon. It's gonna be good. Everyone's gonna buy it. And then like a month or so later, they're like, Why isn't nobody buying my book? You need to market the book. You need to put in money to market the book. Or put in time, which that's later. But yeah, you need to set a money value on your marketing. How much money are you going to invest in your career? You know, as a hobby, you may throw money. Yeah. Some people throw money. I've seen it in the cosplay industry. I've seen it in, you know, people who love sports and all that. That body paint ain't cheap. At least not the good kind. So, you know, as a hobby, you may like throw money at it. Like, hey, I can just put all this money. Yeah, yeah. As a career, you're gonna have to sit down and make a money plan. Where's my money gonna go to get me a return investment? And return investment sounds like a very business type of thing, because it is. You know, some people don't figure that out. And I think it's a lot because, you know, they see people here on YouTube, they see people on Twitter and all that. Hey, they make a career out of this. I'm going to too. But they forget how much effort and time and all that is put into it, and money is put into it, right? So that goes on to difference number 2, time. How much time are you willing to put into writing? Now, as a hobby, you can put in as much time as you want, as much free time as you have, but as a career, you're going to have to do it, no matter what. If you want this book to succeed, you're going to have to set away time to do it. But my schedule's full. Make time. And let me tell you, this has been one of the hardest things for me. And that's probably why I'm being possibly harsh. I don't see myself as being harsh right now, but some people might, and that's why. You know, I've done this myself, especially with time. When you have to go to college, have a part-time job, have to come home and help with some kids and all that, beautiful kids, you may not have time for writing. You know, I wish I would have started my writing when I was still in high school, when I did have more time than I do now. But yeah, and you may have to make sacrifices to get that time, right? Don't go out with friends. Or plan a day, be like, okay, I'm only going to hang out with my friends once a month. Some people, that's like, whoa. But it's true. You're going to have to make sacrifices to get that time to write, to market, to research and learn more. You know, it's a whole thing. And with a hobby, oh no, I need to get this cosplay done. But wait, I want to go watch Avengers. Yeah, I'm going to go watch Avengers and then come back and get this cosplay. It's fine. Or even, hey, I want to go out and buy some tickets to this game, but wait, what? Family reunion? Okay. Let's go to family reunion. And I'm not saying that you have to sacrifice everything in your life to make a writing career, but you're going to have to look at every single situation that comes up. Should you really go out with friends today, or should you wait until, you know, X amount of day to do it? Which brings us to our third difference. Effort. I will tell you, some of my cosplay don't look all fancy, mainly because I didn't put that much effort into them. Versus writing career of me putting in effort, I put in effort to figure out new marketing skills. I put in effort to figure out, you know, what I need to do to get my book off the ground and into people's homes. Why? Because I want this to make me money in the future. It's a business. You're going to have to put in effort. For example, with my first book, Loading Life, I had a full-time job overnight. Oh my goodness. I was trying to find a teacher job to get out of said full-time job because, you know, I went to school for being a teacher, and I was writing this book. I thought that this book was going to get me out of that overnight job, which it sort of kind of did, but not money-wise and all that. But I put in effort, man. I was either sleeping, writing that book, or going to work. I did not have a social life, which part of that is because it was an overnight job, and apparently I am not an overnight person. I know that now. But yeah, you have to put in effort. If you don't expect anything to come out of it. Which brings us to our fourth item. Fun versus being serious. People who do get into writing love it, you know? I hope you love it. I hope you're not just trying to write a book just to make more money. If so, get out. This video ain't for you. But in all seriousness, hobbies are fun. It's fun for me to get out my sewing machine and sew up a costume and be like, look, I'm so-and-so from such and such anime. I look adorable. I may look a lot dorky, but yeah, it's fun for me. If there's too much stress on me because of that, cosplay, I might just push it to the side, or I might just be like, get it done, get it over with, cool, now I can go have fun at a convention. But as a career, you're gonna have to be serious. It's fun for me to write my books and all that, but I also have to think, will this book sell? Are there plot holes that I need to get rid of? Are there items in the book that I need to change? What about the story do I need to improve and all that? Going on to our 5th item on the differences, being humble. Now, this one may not make sense, but just bear with me here. Being humble basically means taking criticism and a lot of other things. So when something is just a hobby, when writing's just a hobby and someone's like, I don't like your stuff because these reasons, you can just ignore it. Who cares? That person is a butt. You know, they're all just butts if they say something bad. Or if you do want to improve yourself, being a hobby person, you know, you could like try to take their criticism, try to filter through criticism and crap. But you don't have to do anything about that at all, you know? It's like, hey, I'm the best person in the world to write. That may not be true at all. But who cares? It's a hobby. It's all good. But as a career, you're going to have to take the criticism and the crap. Unfortunately, there's, you know, a lot more crap than criticism sometimes. But yeah. And, you know, it's not just people criticizing your work. It's also you being humble enough to go improve. If you're bad at grammar, go improve it. If you don't know anything about marketing, go improve it. You know, you have to do things that you may have not done before as a hobby to improve yourself. And that's always it, you know. It took me a long time to be like, okay, I don't know that much about marketing. I have to go read some books about it. Some of my friends who are like, my stuff is the best stuff ever, you know, talking about their writing. It's not bad. They may be watching. It's not bad, but it's not perfect. You could always go back and improve your writing, right? Are you willing to squash your pride in order to be a better business person, a better writing career person? And in order to improve your career as a writer, are you willing to sit there and take crap, right? And it's not as bad as you may seem. You know, a lot of people who are like, I had one troll on Loading Live be like, I don't like this book. It deserves 0 stars. I'm like, oh. And at first I was like, man, that hurt. And then I realized, oh wait, you're a troll. I'm not going to listen to you. But if someone goes, hey, maybe you should have done this, or hey, you should change this character's attitude, da da da. I had to deal a lot about that with pride, which is funny because, you know, pride and being humble. How humble are you willing to be in order to improve yourself in all aspects of career? Which I guess that's a bonus 6 difference. There's a lot more aspects about a career than there are about a hobby. Hobby, it's for fun. Whatever. If you don't like something, you can just throw it out. What do you freaking do? Career, so many things. Writing, editing, publishing, marketing. Thinking of ideas. Being out there. Hi, YouTube. You know, making yourself available to your readers and all that. Not just your books, but you, right? So much goes into a career that you may not really care about with a hobby. Which brings us to our next thing. How do you determine whether writing should be a hobby or a career for you? So all of this goes into determining whether writing should be a hobby or a career. And let's just say, if you want it to be a career and it doesn't work out, you can always go back to it being a hobby. It's fine. You're not a failure. Let me repeat that. You're not a failure. You don't have to have it as a career. There's nothing saying you have to have it as a career. And sometimes people love to write, but they just don't want to dedicate that much time, money, you know, effort into it. It's all good. If someone makes fun of you, like, you couldn't make it as a writer. A lot of people can't make it as a writer, all right? Doesn't make you a failure, just makes it where that wasn't your thing. Going back to my cosplay and all that, you know, some people are like, oh, I want to make the best cosplay ever, and da-da-da-da-da. And for me, I'm like, it's fun. You know, people are like, why don't you put effort into your cosplay pictures? You know, why don't you wear more makeup to da-da-da? And then I'm like, I don't know. It's a hobby. Like in this country, in America, and in a couple other countries, it's a big blessing to have a hobby, you know. I'm very blessed to be able to have the time to have hobbies. You know, I don't have to worry about getting food or anything like that. I can dedicate some of my time to something I love, and that's cool. But when it comes to having a career in writing, I have to put in so much of myself. Look back for yourself at all the stuff we just talked about with the differences. How much time are you willing to put in? How much money and effort are you willing to put in? Are you willing to be serious about it? And are you willing to be humble about your skills to improve them, no matter where you are with your skills? What will it take for you to put in all of yourself? Because that's what it means to make a business, to make a career out of something. You have to put in everything of you. And like I said before, you know, you may have writing as a hobby and want to make it a career. And if it doesn't turn out, that's fine. But remember, you have to put in a lot of stuff to make it a good career, to make it worth your while. And if you're not willing to do that, you may just stick with it as a hobby, you know? It doesn't make you a failure. It doesn't make you any less than a published author. What it makes you is it's just not for you, and that's fine. Maybe something else is for you, right? So to wrap this up, the main differences between hobby and career is how much money, time, and effort you're going to put into it, how serious you're going to be about it, and how humble you're going to be about your skills. All of that wrapped up. There may be a few more, and if there are that I have not said, please tell me in the comments below. I would so love to hear your opinion on this. And hey, I want to hear whether writing's a hobby or career for you, you know? Which one do you go with and all that? And with that, I like to say a big thank you to a lot more of my subscribers. I have a lot more than I did with the last video. I'm like, oh my goodness, where did these people come from? This is awesome. Big thank you to Angel Mystique. Thank you, Angel Mystique, for watching, and I'll see y'all later, alligators. Bye-bye.